Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this first episode of the 2020 Light Heavyweight League. This is going to be a Block A episode, the first Block A episode with 5 great matches lined up for you. I'm very excited to start here. It's been a while, but I'm so glad that I'm back with 20 great competitors in this tournament. Huge thanks to all of them. I think it's time we just go to our first match and enjoy ourselves. The first match tonight will be El Proscrito versus Daniel Bennett, the Anarchist versus Vaquero El Proscrito. It's such a hard name to pronounce, but this is going to be such a great match. Enjoy. And we're off to the start of the Light Heavyweight League. El Proscrito versus Daniel Bennett, both going for a touch of who is the best. Our referee tonight, Ellie Dean, one of the new referees, one of the only referees, to be fair, for this tournament. The first female referee to ever work for this tournament. The sound is cutting out every now and then. It's only the ring sound. You'll be able to hear my beautiful voice. Should be back in a second. Anyways, that's Daniel Bennett, the Anarchist, kind of taking the upper hand. El Proscrito in the corner now. El Proscrito gets out easily. It's early in the match, only 1 minute into this match, and there is the sound again. Going to try to fix that before I record the next match. Daniel Bennett. Oh, this is a pure feat of strength here by El Proscrito, the masked mystery, I almost want to say. There's a running senton by the mysterious one. Daniel Bennett now gets in the corner, but El Proscrito easily gets out. Daniel Bennett really tries to pull out some hard-hitting offense at the start of this match. Not much luck so far, but look at that. Those position switches are great. No follow-ups though. There is the leapfrog by El Proscrito. And Daniel Bennett gets behind El Proscrito. Ooh, there is a big tilt-a-whirl DDT by El Proscrito. And there goes the count. Ellie Dean gets a 1 count registered. Not enough, of course. And a tilt-a-whirl backbreaker by Daniel Bennett. See, Daniel Bennett has been making waves. Finally made his way into BOTB recently. Ooh, that was a beautiful move by El Proscrito. But there, the follow-up DDT by Daniel Bennett, who, as I said, recently debuted in the Pillman Invitational Tournament, where he's off to round 2. To be fair, to night 2, round 2, ready to move. And there's a sound gone again. I don't know what's happening, but anyways. El Proscrito been making a slightly smaller appearances, but nonetheless very impressive appearances. There's El Proscrito, wanted to go for some powerbomb type move, it seems. Daniel Bennett able to reverse. Daniel Bennett gets up his opponent. But there's El Proscrito again. Oh, the Canadian destroyer by El Proscrito. Daniel Bennett now going for a big vertical suplex, beautifully done by the Anarchist, the Irish ace, Daniel Bennett. Oh man, this is going to be a striking contest, isn't it? And a forearm, a fist, forearms, a fist. Both very devastating, and both men logically fall down after such a hard-hitting offense. Daniel Bennett close to the ropes, not under the ropes though. Daniel Bennett now with the fireman's carry into a senton. Beautiful move. So we're really glad to have been invited back to Korakuen Hall in Japan, here in Tokyo, next to the Tokyo Dome. Fun fact, I only recently discovered how close Korakuen Hall is to the Tokyo Dome. And there's another Canadian destroyer by El Proscrito. Oh, and follows it up with a senton. El Proscrito going for the cover. No, El Proscrito gets Daniel Bennett up. Unfortunately for him, because Daniel Bennett gets up to the top rope. What is he going to do? And almost a double stop, but El Proscrito got up just in time for that. Now, Daniel Bennett going up to the top rope again. Could we see that foot stomp now? Oh, that was a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful solve. It wasn't a moonsault. How do we even call that move anymore? I don't know. I'm not a professional wrestling commentator. 1, 2. It wasn't enough though. Still, very impressive offense by both men. Daniel Bennett a more hard-hitting technical style, whereas El Proscrito flies and soars to the air. But they're now in the Tree of Woe position. Ooh, that was a tough kick to what I think was the side of the torso. And there is a Hurricanrana, or more of a Frankenstein really, by El Proscrito, who now gets dropped by Daniel Bennett. Daniel Bennett now at the back of El Proscrito. Oh, but there's a roll-up. There's a roll-up. LED 1, 2. It's not going to be it, is it? No, it's not going to be it. You have to do more to take out the resilient Daniel Bennett. But there, Daniel Bennett with a cover. 2. El Proscrito. El Proscrito with a huge go-to sleep knee. Made famous by Kenta. 1, 2, 3. Oh, that could have been it. That move is one of the devastating moves. But there is a super kick by Daniel Bennett, the anarchist. Daniel Bennett now. What's he going to do? Ooh, that is a huge powerbomb to the back of the knees. Daniel Bennett now might be going again. Not for the shooting star press, which I finally figured out what it was. But there was the big missile drop kick. And even though the sound cuts out again, we're still going back. El Proscrito again with a go to knee. Go to knee. Go to sleep knee. Thank you very much. Daniel Bennett now covered, but kicks out of this devastating move. El Proscrito now. El Proscrito. That is El Proscrito's finisher. El Final, he calls it. 1, 2, 3. No, 2.9. Daniel Bennett kicks out of El Final. Daniel Bennett with a super kick. Very resilient after taking such a powerful move. Daniel Bennett now, what is Daniel Bennett going to do? El Proscrito now gets the upper hand again. Dressed beautifully in blue, probably ready to do some more offense to Daniel Bennett, who goes for a side suplex now. Daniel Bennett, you can see that he's not 100% anymore. There's not a go to sleep knee by El Proscrito. 1, 2, 3. No, Daniel Bennett still kicks out. Daniel Bennett still. Oh, but no. Oh, probably was going for the go to sleep again, but Daniel Bennett counters into a roll up. And that's it. Daniel Bennett wins his first match after countering a go to sleep attempt by El Proscrito. What a finish. What a first match. Daniel Bennett in 11:30 defeats El Proscrito. And there is our second match. Callum Davis of the Strong and the Fast, the strong style Brit against Miles Parker, who you might know from CCK. Two men great in technical style, especially Miles Parker. Callum Davis more of a hard hitter with that typical English brawler persona, hiding behind the beautiful layer of pure technicality. Fair warning, I haven't been able to figure out where the audio issues came from, and as such I've not been able to fix the audio issues. It might not happen anymore. I hope it doesn't happen. I have restarted the game, I've tried some different headphones and all that. So far it hasn't happened yet, but when I started up the game earlier it did. Anyways, back to our match. Heinrich Klopp, the German referee, for the Light Heavyweight League 2020. A bit more of a faster counter when it comes to outside of the ring counts, which luckily don't happen too often in the Light Heavyweight League. Callum Davis now working the arm of Miles Parker. huge chop by Miles Parker. Miles Parker drops Callum Davis. Yes, Callum Davis obviously a part of Uncensored Violence, alongside with two other competitors in this block, namely Jordan Ridley, who we will see in action today against, I think it might be Nathan Hoffman, and Zed Cooper. In fact, I think Zed Cooper is facing Nathan Hoffman on this first episode. I don't have my list with me right now, but I will check, and you will obviously see in a matter of minutes. Callum Davis now back to working the arm of Miles Parker. Beautiful matchup so far. 3 minutes in, and we've only seen like pure technical greatness. There you go. Again, that arm of Miles Parker, very, very important. Ooh, there's the big elbows, and well, yeah, it's an elbow or forearm against the uppercuts of Callum Davis. No people in this scene have more devastating uppercuts than, I would say, Callum Davis and Jordan Ridley. TST have one of the most thriving tag teams at the moment, but let's not forget Miles Parker and CCK. Cal Sycamore in the other block of this tournament. I've talked to both Miles Parker and Cal Sycamore. Both hope that they will face each other in the finals, of course. If not, they at least hope that one of them wins it. Callum Davis really going heavily after the arm. Might actually be a very smart move, because one of Miles Parker's moves, or well, a few of Miles Parker's moves do depend on him being able to lift up his opponent. For example, his pile driver or his release German. But there is Callum Davis with the Boston Crab. Of course, the submission you should really be fearing when it comes to Callum Davis is the cross-faced Brit. Oh, and there's the quick roll-up. We saw Daniel Bennett beat El Proscrito in such a fashion, but not now, not today, not with Callum Davis and Miles Parker. Callum Davis stomping on the back of Miles Parker, and ooh, that was a nasty jab to the back of the head. He drops his opponent, Miles Parker does. Miles Parker now, ooh, huge chop to the chest of Callum Davis. He's had worse, but this definitely doesn't feel nice. And there's that beautiful arm twist by Callum Davis here. Miles Parker up earlier than Callum Davis though. Callum Davis is strong in the strong and the fast. Still very impressive movement for his age. Oh, and he just elbows him straight outside of the ring. Callum Davis going to the outside of the ring. As you can see, Heinrich Klopp with his quite German, Japanese voice, it seems. Anyway, now wait, the outside counts of course are administered by the timekeepers area. Oh, with 5 seconds left. No, it's not going to end like this, is it? Miles Parker beats the count by 2. Heinrich Klopp, as you could hear, counts a bit faster. Miles Parker with a huge pile driver. He is able to still pull off the pile driver even after all those attacks on the arm. 2. There is the voice of Heinrich Klopp. I was a bit confused there for a second. Oh, but a huge basement drop kick by Miles Parker. Parker and Davis now have been at it for almost 9 minutes. Oh, there's Callum Davis. Ooh, looked like he was going to roll off some sort of smash to the back of the head. Not quite though. Miles Parker now a bit out of breath, as you can see. Miles Parker, Callum Davis, and a huge elbow to Miles Parker. Oh, whatever Callum Davis was going for, Miles Parker evaded it perfectly. Davis now down. Miles Parker gets him up. Oh, and there's the roll up. There is the roll of 1, 2, 3. Oh no, of course not. 10 minutes wasn't enough to keep down the octopus, as I would like to call it, Miles Parker. He is actually the greatest technical magician in the world, according to some. He's definitely in the top 20, I would say, which is why he's here. Even though this isn't a tournament based on pure technicality, a lot of our competitors very, very, very well driven in that technical style. Such as, for example, Leon Mitak and Timothy Thatcher of Ringkamp, who are in the B block with Dash Callum Davis. Of course, with his own stripes, and there's the basement drop kick again by Miles Parker. Miles Parker now gets him up, and there's the roll up again. And this could be it. No, it's not going to be it, is it? Oh, no, it isn't it after 11 and a bit minutes. Miles Parker with a huge hurricanrana on his opponent. There is the cover. Ooh, I thought that was under the rope for a second, but it wasn't. Really worked out well for Callum Davis there. Callum Davis now drops his adversary. Callum Davis now to the back. Callum Davis with a huge German suplex. Beautiful, beautiful, picture perfect suplex. And down goes Callum Davis now, courtesy of Miles Parker. Miles Parker again getting rolled up by Callum Davis. Callum Davis really wants to win by roll up, it seems, but it isn't enough. Maybe he saw Bennett versus Proscrito, maybe he wanted to try it out himself. But it doesn't seem like it's working the way he wants it to. And there is the pole shift flow on the finisher of Miles Parker. Miles Parker not going for the cover. What is Miles Parker doing? Does he want to drag out the match? Does he really, really not want to pick up that win this easily? Might be a sign of respect, might be stupidity, but I don't know, you don't know, we don't know what's going on here. Except for this huge striking contest, and there's the combo clincher by both men. Both down now after such a striking fest. It's only fair that they do. And there is the suplex by Callum Davis, getting in a bit to the middle of the ring, maybe in order to get in that crossface grip. No, not yet at least. And there's a hurricanrana again. Miles Parker, what are you going to do after that first emerald? Oh! That is a huge enziguri to the head of Callum Davis. Callum Davis now. Callum Davis reverses what Miles Parker does into a nice suplex. Callum Davis, oh, not going to that. Oh, Miles Parker should be wary of getting to the back of Callum Davis, as it's caused him many a roll-up. This match has had like 5 roll-ups so far, and it does it. The second match of the night also ends a roll-up. Miles Parker, this time the winner over Callum Davis. What a great match. What we saw him work the arm Callum Davis did, but it wasn't enough. It wasn't enough to stop Miles Parker. Beautiful match. Miles Parker wins. Heinrich Klopp again, the official for Nathan Hoffman versus Zed Cooper. These two men, very interesting stories, both of them. Nathan Hoffman, mayor of Annieville, USA, a true American, the most American I probably know of. Zed Cooper from Melbourne, Australia. Zed Cooper, part of Uncensored Violence, has become a bit disgruntled recently because of the way he thinks he's been overlooked. That's why he has an opportunity in this tournament to show everyone that he should never be overlooked. Nathan Hoffman, great competitor, become a bit more serious as of late. Even though he's always been a great competitor in the ring, we now finally see a bit more of an edge. And there, ooh, quick, as you can see, a quick start to this match. Yeah, Zed Cooper, the climax, as he likes to call himself, as he is called by peers as well. Really determined. I don't think that I've seen many people so determined as Zed Cooper in this tournament. But there's Nathan Hoffman getting dropped, getting a kick to the inside of the leg. But they're returning the kick. These men have been striking at each other for almost 3 minutes now, and it's really working out. So yeah, Nathan Hoffman, born on July 4th. How American can you get? Always a helpful young man, always tried to do the best for his community, and it paid off. He started his career as a politician after being quite successful in debates at school. And look where he is now. He's in the ring representing a beautiful country and knocking down Zed Cooper. Some people say he talks too much, but when he gets in that ring, his actions speak for themselves, I would say. Oh, big kick to the stomach by Zed Cooper. Zed Cooper now. And a big knee to the gut of Nathan Hoffman. Zed Cooper, when Nathan Hoffman was very successful in school, Zed Cooper didn't fare as well as he said in a autobiographical piece. His results in school were mediocre. His relationship with his parents wasn't that good, so he searched for a way to really find himself, and he found that in wrestling. He's one of the most dangerous strikers, one of the most dangerous wrestlers I personally know of. And it's great to see that he's found a calling for himself. And there's a big lariat. Oh, and there is a lock of the arm by Nathan Hoffman. Nathan Hoffman. Oh, that was a beautiful setup into a fucking knee bar. I swore for no reason, but that was a beautiful knee bar. Holy hell. Picture perfect. And there, ooh, 2 strikes by Zed Cooper. As I said, Zed Cooper, very gifted striker. Nathan Hoffman, very gifted technician. There now, outside of the ring, Zed Cooper. Nathan Hoffman will follow suit. And ooh, almost hits the barrier there. Nathan Hoffman getting kicked in the gut again, but there, Zed Cooper. Nathan Hoffman back in the ring. What's Zed Cooper going to do? As we know, Heinrich Klopp offered a bit of a fast counter. Ooh, a fireman's carry, quick, good setup by Nathan Hoffman, who now gets his elbow, or an elbow to his head. That kick by Zed Cooper. Nathan Hoffman doesn't see it coming every time it happens, making it very effective. Who's Zed Cooper? Oh, that was a big kick to the spine. You'll feel that, I'm sure. Hoffman with a huge lariat, a proper lariat, executed in a way that only the best can. Oh, and there's the armbar. A version of the make or break, as Zed Cooper calls it. Back to the outside of the ring. What's Nathan Hoffman going to do? What does he have planned? Nathan Hoffman drags down Zed Cooper to the back. Oh, both men really need to be wary of the count though. We're already at 10. Zed Cooper back in the ring, Nathan Hoffman back in the ring. This is good for both competitors. We'll see this match continue, and we're really glad we do, because this has been a great match. And there is a suplex to the outside. Nathan Hoffman now taunting his opponent. Cooper back in the ring. This match has had a fair few bits where it went outside of the ring. Probably fits Zed Cooper's style more than it does Nathan Hoffman's style, but there is a boom, missed frog splash as Nathan Hoffman just got up a second before he hit it, and there's a roll-up. Will this be the 3rd roll-up tonight? 2. No, of course not. Big elbow to the face of Zed Cooper. Now the ankle lock, locked in tight by Nathan Hoffman, but not enough. Nathan Hoffman in the corner. Nathan Hoffman getting a few quick shots to the torso. Hoffman gets up Cooper. Hoffman, the action taker. one of the most iconic moves in the moveset of Nathan Hoffman. Beautiful execution. Unfortunately, didn't lead to as much as I think he hoped it would. Seth Cooper down, drops his opponent. Seth Cooper in the corner. Nathan Hoffman, what's he going to do? He runs, and a big lariat in the corner. That'll do some damage to your neck. Is he going to do it again? No, he's not going to do it again. Instead, he rolls up. Oh, and a big German suplex. That was beautiful. That was beautiful, and it almost did it as well. Absolutely beautiful moves we've seen by Nathan Hoffman so far. That knee bar, that roll-up German suplex, but not enough to keep down Seth Cooper. The Thunder from down under. Seth Cooper, big knee drop kick to Nathan Hoffman. Finishes him off almost. Seth Cooper really has done some great striking to the head. Oh, and a roll-up again. This isn't going to be the third roll-up tonight, is it? It is. 3 roll-ups in a row. I can't believe it. I don't know if I have to do anything in the settings to prevent this, but there's your match. Nathan Hoffman wins from Seth Cooper. And we're back with our 4th match of the night. Jordan Ridley, Josh Andrews, the high flyer versus the fast one of the strong and the fast. I hope this match doesn't end up in a roll-up. That would be very disappointing. Ooh, both men went for a kick there. These two men never have faced off in the ring before, and that's quite logical, seeing as Josh Andrews went on a bit of a hiatus for a while. We're really glad that he's back. He is the former one-time and only ever OTW tag champ, together with Luke Crusher, Stars and Strikes. Now Jordan Ridley, a multi-time tag team champ with TSTF. Also Jordan Ridley, the AMNO World Champion, a brand that Josh Andrews once was sponsored by as well. Josh Andrews in the corner now. Jordan Ridley, ow, with a chop and another chop and another one, and a final 4th chop. Devastating, purely devastating. Josh Andrews, we saw Miles Parker compete earlier, one of the Calamari Catch Kings. When Josh Andrews teams up with Kyle Sycamore, they're more commonly referred to as the Commonwealth Catch Kings. Josh Andrews now gets up Ridley, but gets hit by Ridley. Now in the cornerback. Ridley, almost went for a huge devastating lariat there. And there is a huge kitchen sink to stop Josh Andrews in this track, and there is that lariat that he so feared. I think Josh Andrews, because if you see a lariat by our Jordan Ridley, those are beautiful but deadly. LED a bit more lax on the outside count than Heinrich Klopp is. Almost going into the crowd, these two. This might end in a count out. But Jordan Ridley quickly getting back into the ring, as does Josh Andrews. We haven't seen anyone in this tournament go into the crowd as far as we did there. Josh Andrews now in the corner, Jordan Ridley rushing at him with a big strike to the hip. And there is the half and a half suplex by Jordan Ridley. Could finish him off. I think he might go for the pinfall as well. Looking at what he does, yes he does. Early in the match, 5 minutes, 1, 2, 3. That almost had him early on in the match. The half and half suplex, of course, a move that has been very devastating to every opponent Jordan Ridley faces. Jordan Ridley now with a huge lariat to Josh Andrews, but Josh Andrews back with another huge lariat of his own. Josh Andrews gets hit by a basement dropkick, a beautiful dropkick to the knees by Jordan Ridley, who now goes for a huge senton to the back of Josh Andrews. Pain is the only word to describe that. What's he going to do now? Waits for him, and another drop kick to the base. Is he going again for the senton? No, he is not now. But there's the super kick. There's the super kick by Josh Andrews and into a nice headlock. Maybe he needs a bit of a breather, but this definitely takes some life out of your opponent. Oh, and a huge lariat again. Josh Andrews, for a man his size to have such a lariat, that means channeling all your power into that arm, and Josh Andrews is great at that. What's Josh Andrews going to do? Is he going to go for another lariat? Oh no! He's going for a wheelbarrow bulldog there. Beautiful wheelbarrow bulldog, if you ask me. No. Jordan Ridley sees that Josh Andrews gets up just in time. Jordan Ridley now. Blow to the back of the torso, well, to the back of Josh Andrews, I should say. Tossing him over his shoulder. Ready for something, it seems. Not quite clear what. Oh, that was a huge overhead punch by Jordan Ridley. 2, 3, 4. Those chops by Jordan Ridley never get old. And a lariat by Josh Andrews. Oh no, don't tell me this is going to happen. Don't tell me this is actually happening. Oh my god. It actually happened. Another roll-up. I have no idea what just happened. Jesus. Let's go to our final match.
Fight.
Nick Briscoe, the Sussex County Chicken, versus the Essex, well, not the Essex County Chicken, but definitely the Essex Destroyer, as one of his moves is also called. Will Edgepray, the current BOTB light heavyweight champion, competing in the Pillman Invitational as we speak. Nick Briscoe got eliminated by Kyle Sycamore, but nonetheless he's here in Japan for us. We're really glad he is. Aldrich Higgins, the referee of this match, BOTB referee. Fortunate to have him back as we did last year. Great referee. Edgepray was going to go to the corner, I think, but he didn't in the end. I really so desperately hope that this doesn't end in a roll-up. I mean, a match is a match and a win is a win, but we've only seen one finisher, and I literally mean one finisher in this entire tournament, which was Miles Parker with the Polshift Flosion, which didn't make him win, even though he won in the end by roll-up. Nick Briscoe, 13-time tag team champion with his brother D. Briscoe, both from Sandy Fork, Delaware. Legend says that in Sandy Fork, Delaware, Havichika Okada actually learned how to handle a gun. Those are only stories though. We have no recorded evidence of that. What we do have recorded evidence from is the way Nick Briscoe is taking on Will Edgepray now. Huge chop and an elbow and a chop and an elbow and a final chop by Nick Briscoe, planting him as well after 3 minutes into this match. This match has already been very intense. Edgepray lifts him over the shoulder. Might do it again. No. Nick Briscoe gets Will Edgepray into that corner. Ooh. Nick Briscoe definitely go. Briscoe definitely go for something there. And a huge slam by Nick Briscoe. Nick Briscoe gets dropped in the corner now. Oh, Ospreay not capitalizing on that opportunity. Ospreay lifts him over the shoulder. And a big Enziguri, step up Enziguri to Nick Briscoe. Definitely is going to feel that. Both of these men signed by Amno, actually, one of our sponsors of this tournament. Nick Briscoe recently making waves in BOTB with his mates of the Draws versus Everything DVE, Jason Callahan, who is also in this tournament in the B block, and his brother D Briscoe. We're glad to have Callahan back. We're glad to have everyone who's returning, such as Will Ospreay, back. We're glad to have our new competitors like Nick Briscoe. First night, a night full of roll-ups, but nonetheless a night of great matches so far. And there is a big Boston crab by Will Ospreay. Aldrich Higgins asking them if he wants to give up. Doesn't. Of course Nick Briscoe doesn't give up. Oh, and there's a huge backhand to Will Ospreay. Ospreay now with the arm drag. Ospreay drops him with the drop toe hold. Now into the corner. That was a beautiful suplex into the corner. You'll get rocked by that. But what's Ospreay going to do to capitalize on it? Nothing, as Nick Briscoe hits him with a devastating blow. When we last had Will Ospreay here, I think he was the BOTB Light Heavyweight Champ. At the moment he is the two-time Light Heavyweight Champ. But look what we got there by Nick Briscoe. Beautiful Fisherman Buster. But there is the big scoop slam by Will Ospreay. Will Ospreay now. Will Ospreay rolling him up. No, I actually fear this so much. Oh my god, thank you Nick Briscoe for kicking out. But there we go. There is the froggy bow by Nick Briscoe. Nick Briscoe going for the cover. This could be it. 1, 2, 3. No, a kick up by Will Ospreay. The finishing move of. Oh my god. And a big knees to the guts. Anyways, Nick Briscoe's finisher, the froggy bow, the elbow drop that could have ended it all there.
2, 3.
But there is Will Ospreay. Will Ospreay now going to the lower part of Nick Briscoe with that basement drop kick. Oh, the Stormbreaker. Will Ospreay, Stormbreaker on Nick Briscoe. This could be it. Oh, is he going to cover? He is going to cover. 1, 2, 3. No, Nick Briscoe kicks out of the Stormbreaker. Nick Briscoe now with a Fisherman's Buster. Might set him up for another froggy bow. Not yet. No, a big rolling kick to Will Ospreay. This match has already delivered on its promise by having. Oh my god, there is the Fisherman Buster by Will Ospreay, stolen straight from Nick Briscoe. What's he going to do now? In the middle of the ring. Oh, plants him. Might be going for. I thought he was going to set up the Stormbreaker, but he wasn't. In fact, now he gets him to the top of the turnbuckle. Will Ospreay. Big superplex. Oh, Nick Briscoe lands in the middle of the ring. This could be it. Nick Briscoe gets up before Will Ospreay does. Nick Briscoe's one crazy SOB. We all know that. And there is the Death Valley bomb by Nick Briscoe, who covers 2, 3. No, Will Ospreay kicks out of the Death Valley bomb by his opponent. Elbow chop. Oh, Will Ospreay. Super kick. Both went with a super kick. Nick Briscoe almost immediately gets up. 1, 2, 3. No, not the super kick could finish it. Big sidewalk slam, as I should say. Nick Briscoe taunts his opponent. big drop kick to the front of the face. Ooh. And Will Ospreay still gets up. Will Ospreay with the enziguri to Nick Briscoe. Oh my god, the signature pose by Will Ospreay. Big drop kick to the back of Nick Briscoe. What is going to happen here? I think that if either man gets a finisher in, it has to be over. Both these men have taken each other through hell and back. Another Death Valley Bomb by the Briscoe brother. Buy his shirt now on shop.ammo.com. Also buy Will Ospreay shirt on shop.ammo.com. 1, 2, kick out. Oh, a nasty big side toss by Nick Briscoe. Nick Briscoe staying close to that corner just in case he wants to go for that froggy bow again. But there's Ospreay with a huge drop kick. Almost Okada-like drop kick to Nick Briscoe. Basement drop kick. There. Oh, and that beautiful drop kick again. Just leaps to the back of Nick Briscoe and then flips over. And there is a huge toss by Nick Briscoe, which could end it. And it does end it. Nick Briscoe ends Will Ospreay by tossing him over his shoulders. I mean, after the torture he'd taken, it's only logical, but who expected this? Nick Briscoe wins in a beautiful match. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, the first episode of the Light Heavyweight League 2020. The finishes were definitely something. I am going to try to figure out to see if I can reduce the roll-ups. That would be great. But then again, Fire Pro Wrestling World simulations can go lots of ways, and tonight just wasn't the best night for it. I still enjoyed the show. I still enjoyed all the matches. I'm really glad to see that this is off to a good start. You see on your screen now the current Block A table, the standings filled in for the first time. We'll fill in the Block B ones in the next episode. Thank you for watching. See you next episode.